So I'm out here in Philadelphia working out Devin Van Oostrum. James Clark is working him out. He's a top trainer from the US. I've got him involved just because I feel like it's important to have good people around you. He's someone who cares very much about the game, understands it after 16 years of experience. And in terms of bringing Devin over from the UK, bringing Ryan Richards over also, I want them to be more inside of a basketball environment, which they don't get in the UK. Part of my thought process was in the UK, which is for me still developing in the basketball circuit. More players are coming from the UK and moving into the basketball system in the US through high school, college, etc., and also going straight to Europe. The fact that we don't really have something in the UK is obviously something that's known to everybody, pretty much who's within the basketball circuit around the UK, and I'm sure people are kind of doing their thing to improve it. The facts are the funding is not there, so I want to really bring something to the UK in terms of development from the grassroots level upwards. I understand and respect the training aspect of the game, the skill development side, as at the end of the day that's what you need to do in order to really improve and to, from professionally speaking, to grow the figures in terms of the contract. So my aim is really angling it from that player development side, moving into that space and hoping to develop from a younger level in the UK and up. As we get more recognition, as we improve in terms of the players that we send from the UK to the US or Europe, I hope to grow something. I hope to grow something and use a couple of players, as I mentioned already, Devin Van Oostrum and Ryan Richards, Miles Hessen amongst others, as kind of flagships to really improving the UK basketball system. Here's some clips of Devin Van Oostrum and Ryan Richards working out in Philadelphia. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Daniel James here with Devin Van Oostrum, player and also friend from Sheffield, South Yorkshire. Devin, how you doing, man?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, very well. Good to have you here, man. So just a quick question. couple questions actually. I want to know, what was the most difficult transition for you coming from the UK and adapting as a young baller in a European system, obviously much different to the non-basketball background of the UK?
I mean, personally, I don't think I had any difficulty adapting to the game, but whenever I would mention that I'm from England, then you'd get a certain look as if, they actually play basketball in England. But I mean, personally, I don't think I had any difficulty in that sense. I had a lot of cultural difficulties with the language barriers and stuff, but basketball-wise, it was always a connection.
Which you got over quickly, of course. You could speak Spanish quite fluently, as I've heard. And secondly, how do you see your future? And how would you plan to create that into existence in the next few years, let's say?
I mean, I see my future very simple. I want to be important on a team. I want to have a big role and gradually work my way to the top, whether that's wherever it may be, or just try and get as high as I can with that specific role.
Fingers crossed. I mean, I'm sure for me, myself, I see you getting quite high. And hopefully let's push for the NBA, but of course step by step is something I'm sure you agree with. So in terms of coming from the UK, of course, would you give any advice to any young kids, any up and coming young kids that are serious about their craft, that would hopefully be in your position or would aspire to be in your position at some point in time?
I mean, if they aspire to be a professional basketball player, I'd say be consistent with your work, be efficient. It's all good and wanting to be a pro for a week, but you've got to be consistent. It's got to be a years thing. You've got to put that work in every day. And I'm a big believer of hard work pays off. And there are many examples out there of hard work paying off.
I like that one. Let's quote that: consistency in your work. I think that's a very important thing for the kids there. All right, so in terms of yourself, who is Devo as a player?
Creative, fun to watch. If anyone watches me play, I'd like them to think, this guy, he loves to play, he loves to have fun, he's really enjoying himself out there. That's basically the impression I want to give off. Obviously, I want to be as serious as I can be, but this is it's a short basketball career, so you want to be able to enjoy it while you can.
Yeah, and I definitely enjoy watching you play, and I have done for a very long time. So let's hope that continues and a much higher level each year. So thank you, Dev. Appreciate it very much, and I'll be following you, of course, as close as I can. All right, thank you guys, and Devin Van Oostrum here at UPenn, as you see in the background, getting in some good work this summer. Let's wish him the best for next year. Okay. Daniel James here with Ryan Richards at Villanova University, 2016 champs. Old teammate as well, might I add. I just going to ask a couple questions, alright Ryan?
Yep.
Cool. So I was going to ask you, coming from the UK, was it a difficult transition, of course? And also, being that the UK isn't seen as a credible basketball country, how was that between your teammates and stuff? How was the transition?
I think the transition was tough for me to start off with. I left pretty young, about 15, went to Spain, spent a chunk of time there, but the transition from England to Spain was really tough, but it was needed because I would say about 10 years ago, British basketball as a whole was very, very undeveloped and very, very behind. I was lucky enough to go to my old club's awards ceremony a couple of weeks ago, and to see the development over the past 10 years is huge. So I see British basketball developing every year, but it's still got a long way to go. But I'm happy to see the progress.
Yeah, the same, and I hope the same thing being a British guy myself. And if you were to know now what you, if you were to know then, what you know now, would you have changed anything? Would you have done anything slightly different up till this point?
I probably want to change anything. I think everyone's journey makes them unique in who they are. I definitely would have trusted. I would have tried to have some more people around me that I trusted. Definitely could have made some better decisions. But no, I'm happy with the path I've taken. You can never judge someone else's journey unless you walk it yourself. But I'm happy with it. But there's always things you wish you could do. But if you did those, maybe something else would change. So all in all, I'm happy.
Yeah, 100% agree, man. I definitely agree with that. Where would you see yourself, say, in the next few years, and what do you think would be the necessary steps for you personally in order to get there?
My goal in the next few years is to be an NBA player. I was drafted in 2010. Injuries and being a bit immature, I didn't really have my chance. But I've learned, and I'm 100% focused, to be in the NBA by 2018. Hopefully sooner, but obviously, that's my goal. So I set that for myself. And I'm going to do what it takes to get there in the next 2 years, so we'll see.
We wish you the best of luck for that. That's definitely for sure. And Ryan, as a player, how would you describe Ryan Richards?
As a player, I would say that I'm definitely especially the last 3 years of I've kind of matured. I'd say I'm like a bit of a class clown in the locker room. But I handle my business in practice and in the games. I'm relied on, especially in like fourth quarter situations. My teammates trusted me, and definitely like a good teammate. I've worked on that over the years, learning what it takes to be one. And as a player, I'll just say I'm a player a big that can space the floor, that can bang inside, and just create for others. I'm a really, really good passer. A lot of people don't know that. And I've improved my defense a lot over the years. So that's another thing that I'm looking forward to showing when I get back on the stage.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate that very much, man. It's good to have you out here working. Good luck for the future. I'm definitely going to be watching, focusing on what you do, and I'm sure the rest of the UK is as well. And hopefully the basketball world will take notice of that, man.
Definitely, man.
So after a slight change in wardrobe, we're going to call it a night. And good luck to Ryan and Devin. Thank you.
Cheers.